Well, welcome aboard Air Wagner here in a beautiful day in July. We haven't put a bunch of videos up lately. Been doing a lot of dog rescues. Here's a quick video of the one we did the other day. This is what you call a full house. We got a little poodle here. We got a litter of 6.
Oh my God.
Here, there's 2, 4, 6, and then the 2 big old doodles. We're off to Bakersfield. You ready to go? You ready to go? Bakersfield to Santa Rosa. Nice dogs, long leg, Bakersfield to Santa Rosa. Today we're going to go to Little River in Mendocino, and it's always a, what do you want to call it, a crapshoot to get up there because of weather, because they don't report very well. You have to look at webcams, and the rule is you need to know as much as you can know about the flight you're about to embark on, and that means getting weather reports from whatever sources you can get. So it's Little River, Lima Lima Romeo.
Zero Papa taking runway 25 for a straight out departure.
We're going to pick up our IFR in the air because it's Sunday and there's a lot of traffic here at Auburn, a lot of VFR traffic. But today, right now, it's all important checklist time. Be right back.
Auburn traffic, Mini 252 Tango Bravo, 5,000 feet currently, 12 miles to the north inbound. And if it's not going to mess up the pattern, we might have a brake issue. Prefer to take a little bit of a tailwind and land uphill on 7. We're going to plan on entering the left downwind for runway 7 at Auburn, and we'll keep the 25 traffic in mind.
That's a great idea, Auburn here. I'm Twin Cessna about to take off 25. How far out are you?
We are 11.8 miles to the north. We'll be entering the 45 left downwind for runway 7, Auburn. Okay, nobody here waiting to go, so you should be good to take 7, and if not, they'll wait for you. Okay, appreciate it. We'll plan on the downwind pattern for 7, Mooney 252 Tango Bravo. Thanks.
All right, so what I'm going to do here, I'm going to change this to IFR low, and I'm going to send the flight plan over, send to my GTN 750, there's message, new flight plan, activate. Okay. Auburn traffic, Golden Eagle 513 Sierra Julia, taking runway 25, departing the area to the northwest after the noise abatement turn, Auburn. Okay, time check, transponder check, traffic check. First thing we want is fuel flow, or we abort. We need it in the mid-40s when it's cold. Mixture up. There we go. We got fuel flow check. Airspeed alive. 50. 60. We can still stop if we want to. 70. 80. 90. Now we're committed to fly no matter what. If we lose an engine. Okay. Tap the brakes. Pull the gear up. Miss that bird. Pitch for blue line. Auburn traffic, Golden Eagle 513 Sierra Julia, departure late left turn to avoid noise abatement, leaving 1,500. Okay, let's
traffic stack 717 Romeo Alpha 8 on the inbound final, but on runway 7 will break off into pattern to 25 Auburn.
And the one on the pattern for 7 coming in, there's another planned landing on 7 you guys might want to sequence in. Maybe you could both use 7.
Yeah, appreciate that. We're 8 miles out. Then Mooney 252 Tango Bravo, 4,000 feet, 8 miles to the north. Planning for operational needs, a left downwind landing runway 7 at Auburn.
Is that 7 Romeo Alpha on the approach?
717 Romeo Alpha is on the approach.
Okay, I'm departing the area. I'm watching for you.
All right, thank you.
And 7 Romeo Alpha 2 Tango Bravo. If you indeed want to circle for 25 due to the wind, we can extend. We do require the uphill landing runway 7 today at Auburn for 2 Tango Bravo.
Yeah, we're going to break off and circle for the wind, 717 Romeo Alpha.
Okay, we'll keep an eye on you then, and we're happy to extend the downwind for runway 7. We are currently 5 miles out for the 45 left downwind runway 7 Auburn.
You never know what you're going to find. There's that plane 2 miles ahead. Our altitude, I'm going to expedite the climb
Traffic,
through it.
11 o'clock, same altitude, 2 miles.
All right, 2 miles. Our closing rate is 217 knots, so that's about 3.5 miles a minute.
Distance from our land.
4,000 kilometers.
We're not gonna make it, are we?
Auburn traffic stack 717 Romeo Alpha is breaking off to the approach for 25 Auburn.
And runway Alpha, look up to your right. You see the twin Cessna there?
Ooh.
We see you. You are on our left 717 Romeo Alpha.
Okay, because I got the nose up, I can't see you. So. Okay, let's talk to departure and get our clearance. NorCal, good morning. Gold Eagle 513 Sierra Julia is checking on left Auburn, 3,700 climbing IFR in the system for Little River, ready to copy clearance.
513 Sierra Julia, you said you're off of Auburn going to Little River?
That's correct for 3 Sierra Julia, IFR.
Number 3 Sierra Juliet, Roger. Contact approach on, your code's going to be 4512 and contact approach 125.4.
Okay, 4512, and then we'll go to 25.4. Thanks, 3 Sierra Julia. NorCal, good morning. Golden Eagle 513 Sierra Julia. It's checking on 4,300 climbing, squawking 4512 IFR to Little River, ready to copy clearance.
November 513 Sierra Julia, radar contact 4 miles northeast Auburn Airport, second altitude leaving.
3 Sierra Julia, it's 4,700.
November 3 Sierra Julia, roger, you're cleared to Little River Airport via flight heading 2910, vector for traffic behind you, climb and maintain 8,000, expect direct in just a moment.
513 Sierra Julia, 290 for traffic, 8,000.
November 3 Sierra Julia, read back direct. Delta 1423, traffic 1 o'clock, 5 miles northwestbound, climbing at a 5,000, Golden Eagle.
Delta 1423, negative contact.
Okay, we're on the 290 heading. We're going to go to 8,000. I was a little busy getting out of there. All right, so I'm going to climb out at 120.
Aircraft calling NorCal, say again?
Yeah, 3 Sierra Julia, we drifted over to 300, so we're back on 290 on the heading.
Number 3 Sierra Julia, no problem, cleared right, Little River.
Direct Little River, 3 Sierra Julia. All right, we're set up with the fuel now, 1528, 1530 on the
070 Lima, radar
terminal inlet temperatures. And we're probably going to get the Mendocino VOR.
Center 13.
So Little River weather data, no weather reporting. I like to go over here,
Number 7070 Lima.
put the frequencies in, waypoint info, frequencies, the AWAS 121.12. We'll tap on that, and then we're going to hit the Unicom 22.7, same as Auburn. And center is going to be 32.2. That I know. We're just going to put that in for reference later here. Traffic. So I had to turn the fuel pumps off while they were we're listening to somebody else checking on them. Not a cloud in the sky, except when you get to the coast. So we're going to do the approach. Might as well load the procedure now. Approach. They only got one. RNAV for 29er. Vectors. Mendocino VOR. Lower the approach. So once you do that, then you go here to the G600. You go to Flight Plan and spin it to the right. Boom, there it populates with your approach plate.
Delta 1423, Sacramento International Airport, 10 o'clock.
So let's do our RNAV checklist. Load approach, check.
Delta 1423, cleared.
Brief approach plate. So here we are, inbound course 293.
23 traffic, 12 o'clock, 5 miles just on the base to final now, southwest.
5,200 foot runway, 575 foot elevation. Circling not available northeast of runway 1129. Misapproach, which we've done many times. Climb left turn to 6,000 feet direct to Amaker and hold. Continue climb to hold to 6,000. Looks like this. Take off, go to... That's over here. Take off, come out, go to Amaker and circle. We've done that. And then you want to cross probably 6,000, between 6,000 and 5,200 after the Mendocino VR. You got Savjo, Memvi, and Rapke. And you're looking here.
November 3 Sierra Juliet, Sacramento altimeter is 29995, maintain 8,000.
2995 is 8,000, 3 Sierra Juliet. So there's Mendocino 6,300, Savjo 5,200, Memvi 3,100, Rapke. Now Memvi's the final approach fix. Rapke is 1860. and then 980 is our LP. So we're going to hit menu, set minimums, enter, barometric pressure. We're going to go 980, 980, enter, pops up here. Okay, and then on our checklist, set minimums, check when inbound course, activate vectors to final. That'll give us the diamond for the glide path, taking off GPSS, arm the approach on the autopilot, and confirm glide slope capture. We're just going to sit here and let's get, we're in cruise. Why don't we take a trip around the old G600? So here we are at 11:07 in the morning. It's 58 degrees out. We got a tailwind of 8, crosswind of 3. Winds 9 coming like this. Our true airspeed is 190 knots, indicating 164 and a ground speed 199er. We're on GPS 1 to Little River. It's 108 miles away. And we're heading 266. That's a direct track. We got the bug set for the G600 up here at 10,000 because we use the pre-select for the autopilot here. We're at 8,000. There's our minimums 980, 299.5 on the barometer, straight and level. And here's our position. You can pull this in, out. There's the, you want to see the full approach. You're going this way and then to the right to Little River. I like to keep it on about the 10, 15 mile scale. And Nancy's cold, so I'm turning the AC off. Yes, ma'am. Okay, so then power settings. We're at 33 inches of manifold pressure, RPM's 1800, and 23.5 gallons an hour per side, and that gives us 1525 on the turbo inlet temperatures. We got top tanks, and our engine gauges are happy. The drive to Little River, how long's the drive to Little River, Nancy?
4 hours.
4 hours. And is it a windy road if you're car sick? What happens?
The dog did.
Yeah, the green.
Little white dog turned green.
Yeah, it's much better to fly.
She was a good dog.
All right, so we're going to sit here in cruise. Once the ground go by, we'll point out anything of any significance. And then we're going to do the approach. We don't know what the weather is at
130 Juliet, contact open center, 132.2. Have a good day.
32.2 for the center, 30 Juliet, thanks, Anselmo. All right, we wait, make sure nobody's talking. See, just like that, I would have stepped all over them.
32.5, descending 240.
Center, good morning, Golden Eagle 5130, Julia is checking on 8,000.
67 Whiskey Alpha, Oakland Center, reading out.
This is a giant sector, so he's handling a lot of traffic.
I'll double check that. Are you familiar with the fire TFR at your 1 o'clock in about 25 miles, 10,000 and below? And second TFR at your 11 o'clock, about 30 miles, 10,000 below?
So normally if you...
Sorry, last aircraft I was offline, sorry, can you say again?
Yeah, 5130 Julia is checking on level 8,000.
Aircraft 13 Sierra Juliet, Oakland Center, G-File, 2985.
2985, 30 Julia. All right, so as we're going along, since we're on an IFR flight plan, we're going to keep adjusting the barometric pressure. It took us down 50 feet. We're still fine. So the 421 is not really a complicated bird to fly. Some people think it's the most complicated in the piston fleet. If you can fly a twin Cessna 300 series, you can fly a 400 series. You know, a couple differences with the 421 is you got the geared engines. So you need to baby those engines, don't abuse them, and don't let the props drive the engine because there's a spider gear. You only want it to go one way. You don't want it to work backwards. It's just not good for it. It's not catastrophic if you do it, but you don't want to do it. It's just good engine management. And then you got the pressurization. It's strictly a dial. You just dial in your field elevation or the pressure, cabin pressure you want, and leave it alone. And if you forget and you land, there's a squat switch on the gear, and the plane realizes you're on the ground, and it opens up the valve in the back, and the plane depressurizes. We went to Grand Canyon, which is 7,000 feet, and I had it set at sea level. And we got so enthralled with the beauty of the Grand Canyon that I forgot to redo the pressurization. Okay, the gumps. I got caught up in the beauty. And we landed, and then you could feel your ears. It's like, oh, we forgot to do the pressure. Okay, well, we'll do it next time.
Columbia 03 Charlie, you'd like to climb to 8,000.
And you got the same levers for 310, 320, 340, 414. It's the same levers, same power settings, sort of. These engines have 375 horsepower per side, so they get up and go. And the most important thing is to have the single engine performance by having two engines. So you like to have all the info you can. I'm going to take my iPad and I'm going to overlay the procedure. There's only one. And now we have a map to be able to depict. And we could also, if we wanted to,
513 Sierra Juliet, contact Open Center 127.8.
27.8 for the center, 3 Sierra Juliet. Thanks, and so long. That's our last frequency.
2448 Mike.
1 Alligator, 2 Alligator, Mississippi. Oh, center, good morning. Golden Eagle 503 Sierra Juliet is checking on 8,000. Where's the amendment to the route?
Number 513 Sierra Juliet, Open Center, Roger. Call center is 299.5. Advising of the 1 minute weather near approach request.
Okay, 3 Sierra Juliet. You can't get the weather yet, and there's only one approach there, so we'll take the 29er right RNAV.
Number 3 Sierra Juliet, Roger. You can expect the stars at over Mendocino. For now, clear direct Mendocino to join the RNAV 29er right approach.
Okay, we're going to go direct to Mendocino now, and then we're going to join the approach, and it's 29er. There's only one runway there, 3 Sierra Juliet. Okay, so we can't get it yet. So let's go direct to Mendocino, and by doing that on the GTN 750, it activates the approach. Okay, so now we're going to go Mendocino,
Number 2 Sierra Charlie, contact Open
and then Savjo, Memmi, and we're going to follow it in. And okay, now it's reading Little River AWA. So let's see if we can get it.
I see a couple of aircraft in the vicinity, maybe in the pattern.
There 437 Foxtrot, seeing multiple aircraft.
So I heard Westover Field. It's the same frequency, so we can't get it yet. You don't, even though it says Little River on the GTN 750, you don't want to accept it until you hear them say which airport it's reporting for. It's that simple.
Westover Field, Amador County Airport.
All right, so you heard that, Westover Field. That's not it. So, no. All right, so we're going direct to Mendocino VOR. We'll be there in 13 minutes. He hasn't given us a crossing.
3000, we have Sierra for
If we don't get one, we'll ask him. If you look out the front window, we're coming up on this little mountain range here. More of a hills. Clear Lake straight ahead, Mount Canocti, ancient volcano to the left. And then there's going to be a new reservoir to the right. I forget the name they called it, but newest reservoir in California. About time. The water management here is poor, to say the least.
That's being kind.
And that's being kind. So take a look out the front window here. It's a hazy day, which not a bump in sight. And that's Clear Lake straight ahead. Mount Canocti to the left. Nice little meadow there in front of us. There's just to the north of the lake. I don't know what that is. It looks like there isn't a building on it. I don't know. There's a couple buildings here as we're getting closer. Now, Clear Lake straight ahead is a natural lake, not a dam reservoir, man-made. There's an airport real close by, Lamson Field. As you see the volcano to the left, I'll do a quick peek over there. You can tell, well, the Mount Canocti, it's an ancient volcano, but you can see how the lava flow made that little tongue-looking area. 7,000, 3 Sierra Juliet. Just on cue, huh?
Number 513 Sierra Juliet, just going to maintain 7,000.
Okay, 513 Sierra Juliet, 7,000. Okay, so it's
Very nice looking area here, isn't it, Nancy?
It's always very nice here.
A lot of activity, a lot of boating activity here.
Don't see much today.
No.
It's too cool.
Well,
won't be next week.
I think everybody's hungover from 4th of July weekend, maybe. But there's a lot of fishing and water skiing. There's Canocti Harbor Inn, which is one of the resorts up here. And I said it before, they got little golf courses, and there are 9-holers that you play from 2 different sets of tees to get the 18-hole experience. Lost our tailwind. I gotta tell you, I'm getting a complex. It seems like the headwinds are following us wherever we go. Even on the same trip. You know, you go one way, you got a headwind, you do a reverse trip, you got a headwind. There's a conspiracy going on. All right, let's, we're over the lake. Let's see if we can get the weather at Little River. No way. Can't identify it. All right, we're 5 minutes and 50 seconds to the Mendocino DOR. 13 to the destination. That makes it 42 minutes flight. And like Nancy said, 4-hour drive. I've had friends we drove one time when the weather was hideous and we couldn't fly in my other plane. And we drove, and I tried so gently to drive the windy roads as smooth as I could, and they were getting queasy in the back seat. Sorry. So after Clear Lake, the next valley is Highway 101. That runs up the valley. It runs up to the California Redwoods. We're going to be crossing just to the south of Ukiah. Ukiah is a bailout, if you will, airport for Little River when you can't get into Little River. Because they don't usually get the weather when the coast, you can see the range straight ahead. The coastal range will block the weather from coming over most of the time.
Number 3, Sierra Juliet, set to maintain 6,000.
6,000, 3 Sierra Juliet. 6,000. Now look out the front windows. I put the nose down to 6,000. If you're IMC, you're wondering. Well, you don't know it, but if you're not, what the altitude of those mountains ahead of us are? Probably 4,000. And Center Norca, 3 Sierra Juliet finally has the weather at Little River. They're clear in 10.
Number 3 Sierra Juliet, you said you do have the weather for Little River?
3 Sierra Juliet has the weather at Little River.
Number 3 Sierra Juliet, Roger, thank you, and I'll have your clearance for you in about 30 seconds.
3 Sierra Juliet. All right, clearance in 30 seconds. We're still going to fly the whole approach. Weather can change fast here.
66 Mike, Roger, radio service terminated, squawk CFR, change to advisor for defeat.
I can see the fog bank all the way up and down the coast. The coast is not clear.
Number 513 Sierra Juliet, cross Savjo at or above 5,200 and cleared for the Arnever McKenna approach into Little River.
Okay, Savjo 5,200, clear for the approach Little River, 3 Sierra Juliet, thanks. Okay, Savjo at 5,200. Okay, we're making the turn to Savjo now.
Airport in sight.
Number 811.
What's in sight?
Airport.
Where?
On the runway.
Where do you see it?
Over there.
Well, I'm glad I'm flying because that's not it.
Oh, okay.
All right.
All right.
We are.
No, we're not over the top yet.
Okay, thank you. Navigator. I think you might have taught Amelia Earhart's navigator how to navigate. All right, we are 2 minutes to Savjo. There is a fog bank off the coast.
Oh.
See the fog bank, Nancy?
Yes.
Yeah, oh boy.
It's never in our favor.
Well, for flying or for enjoying the weather there, which one?
I'm enjoying the weather.
I guess we'll just have to stay in the hotel room the whole time.
Oh, no.
Okay, come on. 5,200. Let's go down and get it. 2 minutes to Savjo.
Oh, that is foggy.
Yeah. but I think it's off the coast. We're cleared for the approach, so we're going to put in 122.7. That's the unit. That's the frequency, and I see it here. I didn't get the wind exactly.
Little River Airport, automated weather observation 1832 Zulu. Wind 260.
That's right. 260 at 4. So 29 is the runway. Yeah, we've missed here numerous times. Missed approach. And who knows today if the weather moves in or the weather's reporting incorrectly, we might miss again. All right, we're stopping here at 55,200. And as we hit the Sav, Joe, that's inbound. On the inbound course, we're going to activate vectors of final, which is on our checklist, and then we're going to arm the approach. 36 seconds, that's when I like to call up the activate vectors to final.
Number 513, so Julie, the only traffic I'm speaking for you is a target about 6 miles to the north of the field, 6,100. They appear to be descending southbound, so they might be landing Little River. Report cancellation of IFR on this frequency or through flight service. Safety advisor frequency is approved.
Okay, 30 Juliet, copy on all that, and we have the airport in sight, and let's just cancel IFR now, 30 Juliet.
513 Juliet, Roger, thank you, and IFR cancellation received, squawk VFR, safety advisor frequency is approved, and it does look like that target is lining Little River. Just giving you a heads up, how's it going?
30 Juliet, appreciate it, thanks a lot, talk to you next time, so long. Now do you see the airport straight ahead, Nancy? It's just outside the fog bank. Little River Trapper, Golden Eagle 513 Sierra Juliet is 14 miles to the east on the approach for Little River 29er full stop. We can...
And for Little River, you said you're 14 miles to the east?
3 Sierra Juliet, 14 to the east.
All right, I'm right overhead the field right now, so I'm going to circle down. I think I'll make right traffic, should get in before you.
Okay, you got 3 minutes till I get there, 3.5 minutes. Okay, so it's, you know, I like to get a mental picture of what's going on at where I'm going. So we can start reducing power. Let's do the old Papa Gump pressurization check. Nope, just the Golden Eagle.
Copy.
Okay, pressurization check. Air conditioner off. Prop sync off. Auxiliary pumps on. Gas on mains. We're about to intercept the glide slope right here. 1, 2, there it goes. Boom.
Full 4, turning downwind for runway 14, traffic.
Little River Trapper, Golden Eagle 513 Sierra Juliet, 9 to the southeast on the approach. 2.5 minutes to the airport. Full stop. Airport in sight. Little River.
And Little River, Glasstar's left downwind for 29, making short approach to Little River.
So we're doing 223 across the ground. 200. That's not uncommon for the Golden Eagle. Little River Trapper, Golden Eagle, 6 miles out on the approach, 29er, full stop, Little River.
Little River, Glasstar, short final, 29.
All right, so you can put the speed brakes on at any speed. All right, there's 2,700. Our minimums are 980, so we can get a profile. Look out the front window, you can see a profile. That airport is just outside the fog bank, for sure.
I don't see any blue water.
So props on a 421, you just either leave them alone or top of the green. Some people that don't own the planes like to put them in takeoff configuration. Little River Trapper, Golden Eagle 513 Sierra Juliet, 3 mile final, 29er full stop. Okay, so we're going 208 across the ground. How about some speed brakes? And as soon as we get down to gear speed, we'll drop the gear.
Wow, that is a fog bank.
Glasstar, clear the runway.
There's our gear speed and first notch of flaps. Mixtures up, So gas check, undercarriage 1, 2, 3. Mixtures up, first notch of flaps. And at 140 we can drop all the flaps.
Minimums.
There's our minimums profile. Turn autopilot off. And now we're going full flaps.
Ooh.
We're going to lose the speed brakes. 3 green, full flaps. It's bumpy right here because of the little fog bank there. Okay. Look at that 3 green about 10 times. All right, there we go. That's smooth enough for you, Mrs. Wagner?
Excellent.
Thank you. And we'll save the brakes and go to the end. Wow, the end is like in the fog. Look at this. Look out the window. The fog is at the end of the runway.
I know.
Well, I guess we had good timing. We want to leave earlier.
Might not have gotten this lucky.
I still would have got in, I think. Flaps up. Fuel pumps off. Now we're clear the way. Little River Trapper Golden Eagle cleared of 29 to go in the park in Little River. So that's our little flight to Little River, 42 minutes as advertised. And we're going to be here and enjoy the beautiful coast. Thanks for riding along.
What about you? You got a problem with this?